Today I am going to go over what we saw on our last leg of our journey. So here is a video after we visited the elementary school that was hit by the tsunami, and it was a very powerful event that took place. And while we were there, everyone was pretty much quiet, and nobody could really put into words how they were feeling. The ride home was pretty upsetting, just because you were asking why a lot, and you wanted to know how you could avoid this kind of disaster in the first place. And that's something I think I will think about a lot and probably never forget. So that was a very interesting part of our journey. And the one thing I admired most about going to Japan was probably the fact that we could get around so easily, and transportation was readily available. Whether or not it's accessible to all people of socioeconomic backgrounds is up for debate. However, being college students and being typically on budgets, being able to see a lot of the places that we saw and being able to visit the island and Fukushima and anywhere from Sendai to Fukuoka, I felt that transportation was something to be valued. And that's my biggest thing. That's my biggest takeaway. Is America's inability to implement something so pivotal to a society that's constantly growing and constantly needing new forms of public transit. So I thought that was interesting. Another interesting thing that I am coming across while revisiting these videos I took is the patience that everyone had. This country is small, but they're mighty in size and in the amount of people that go and visit these places that we visited. So like I said, with public transit and being able to get around, people are patient. I mean, that doesn't mean that there aren't people who are disrespectful to tourists, because there are, but they take the time out of their day to help. They take the time out of their day, whether we're at the shrine or at a restaurant, to ask where we're from, how we're doing, how do we like Japan, and I couldn't be more grateful for that. And that's something I think I'll take back with me, is the ability to be patient, to have more reverence, and to have a little bit more respect for people of different cultures, especially people who come from Asia, because I don't get to see or talk to people who come from Japan directly a lot, so that was a great opportunity to learn what makes them tick, but not only that, just the simple customs that they carry out. And lastly, in the last 15 seconds that I have of this video, I really hope that more people visit Japan, because I think the way they honor their history and own up to their faults is something that America really needs to emphasize. I couldn't say that more. Thank you for watching.
It was crazy.
They were here?
Yeah.
We just walked by them.